Hi, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel once more. In our previous session, we were looking at how to create a legal entity. And before we ended, I told you that today I will be going a little bit theoretical or entirely theoretical because I noticed that we just dive into practical stuffs without you actually understanding what or why you are studying Dynamics 365. There are so many motivations, but I just thought it's very important I share with you the types of careers that are available within the 365. So I promise, as always, this is not going to be a very boring session. It's going to be a very interesting session. And at the end of it, I promise that you should be able to understand or know the direction you are going henceforth. Without taking much of your time, let's ride on. So, I will let's try to understand why we are learning Dynamics 365. To be honest with you, the opportunities within this space are so alarming in recent time. So many companies are moving from other ERP systems like SAP, Workday, Sash, Navision, just to name a few, to Dynamics 365. But what can you actually become? That is the question. And the answer appears to be very valid. And I promise you that is rewarding than what you expect or what most people expect. So let's try to get that answer. Now, we all know what Dynamics 365 is, that it is a cloud based ERP system. What is ERP? ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Let me break it down a little bit for you. Enterprise, resource, and planning. The enterprise represents the company, and the resources represent the resources of the company. Could be like human resources, could be like finances, could be like your operations or materials, and then planning. How are you planning these resources? It's a system that unifies and organizes these resources so that you can streamline your business processes, make good so that decisions can be made at the end, seamless decisions. And this ERP system has modules like finance, supply chain, operations, human resource. There are so many of these modules. We've seen this in our previous session. We won't go right deep into understanding this. Let's move along. Before Dynamics 365, what was it before? Dynamics 365 has existed over the years, and it began in 1998, where it was launched as an ERP system, but it was called Acceptor by Damgard, a Danish company, and IBM. These are the two companies that came together to launch Dynamics 365, or what it is today. It was called Acceptor. And gradually in 2002, Microsoft acquired it and it became Dynamics AX. Moving fast over the years, it evolved and moving now fast to 2026, to 2016, they moved to a cloud-based system and it was Acceptor 7, a cloud-based system. That's the previous ones have been on premises. When I say on premises, they are like installed in a local network where you cannot use it over the network, over the internet. That's what it means by an on premise, only within local network. And if you go out of that network, you won't be able to use it. So they moved it now to cloud based, where you can use it from anywhere in the world. Cloud based means you can access it from anywhere in the world using the internet, just like Facebook. With your password, username, you can get into Facebook anywhere so far as you have internet. So 2026, 2016, it moved to 2000 and, in 2020, 2017. Going ahead, it was rebranded to Dynamics 365 and not Acceptor again. So Dynamics 365, then it was everything. It wasn't broken down. But now, along the line, like in 2020, it had to split into finance, supply chain, commerce, project, operations, and all that. And in this regard, this is just how it has evolved from basic on-premise ERP system into a very powerful modern cloud platform that many companies are trusting globally. Let's move ahead. That is just a very brief history. For those that want to know more, you can Google things up. You can look from ChatGPT, from any available source. But let's move ahead. This is just a pictorial view of what it looked like before, just for you to have more context. When I said on premises, it means on premise servers like desktop applications with very difficult upgrades. It was quite really very difficult to upgrade. This is more of like the difference is very, very difficult to upgrade with customization, very, very difficult as well. So it was just more of you focus on a particular network or local network, and then you use it. This local network is just an interconnected computers within a defined space, not over the internet. And then now, uh, the modern one, Dynamics 365, is cloud based. You can browse you can browse over the internet. You use the internet, and most of it upgrades are quite really automatic, and they are released. It's just like it now functions like your phone apps. There are updates that come in every time for like iPhone. When they release them, you have to go to your Apple Store and upgrade it. So that's how they keep releasing new features, enhancements, and then upgrades are enabled based on how the organization is structured. So the key tech is that previously it was an on-premise application installed in a local network, but now it is a cloud-based, browse anywhere, used over the internet with a password and username. You can get into it, which makes it very easy for you to work remotely. That's why you can have a job even if you are in Africa, if you're in Europe, if you are wheresoever you are. That's how flexible it is now. Moving ahead, let's now look at one important area. This is very important for most of you that want to that have been interested in this content and don't know how to go about it, or don't know the direction you want to go. So you have to understand that Dynamics 365 supports a very wide range of career roles for people that don't want coding, which is more of customizations, more of configurations, to enterprise application, to people that want code. I'll break it down for you, don't worry. So from the beginning, we have functional consultants. These functional, just like the name, functional, how the application functions. You understand how to configure the application. You understand the business processes. You gather requirements. You write documentations. You create solutions without changing anything. You can just propose things that possibly, if they are not out of the box. When I talk about out of the box, I'm talking about the various functions that Microsoft has included. If they are not available, you can now propose customization, which is just you proposing it. But as a functional consultant, Microsoft is doing everything possible to provide all the necessary uh, tools that you can use within the system to avoid customization, as the system can break. But typically, that is what you functional typically configuring the system, creating solutions. And then we also have business analysts. I know business analysts is very generic. Most people, BA, when you hear of business analysis, every company should have a business analyst. But for D365, we have specific D365 business analysts who mostly gather requirements and document processes in the D365 space. We have technical consultants. These are the people that customize and integrate do various integrations. Maybe if Dynamics 365 has to use another application or to link another application so they can work together, they can do that through integration. Then we have project managers, most likely or mostly during when they have projects, implementation projects or enhancements or maintaining enhancements, could be projects for an already implemented system and they want to add some new. That is where project managers in the D365 come in to manage timelines, budgets, and teams. And then now we have solution architects. These are the people that have existed within the space for a very long time and understand the system and can design end-to-end solutions. Like if you have an implementation, they are the ones to design everything. As I'm going, if you have any questions, the comment section is open. I will be very keen uh, commenting and providing answers to your comment section. We are still going to look at these people in more detail because this is very important session. Now, looking at functional consultants now, what do they do actually? Functional consultants configure the system based on requirements that have been gathered. If you're someone, for instance, now that use a manual system, maybe you're using Excel spreadsheets to process your business, to record your business transactions or organize your business, maybe take stock, record expenses and all that. And you discover that you need a system to do this, you can then get someone who is a functional consultant and understand D365. If you chosen D365, because there are other applications, if you've chosen D365, you can then hire this person to come and look, gather requirements, what you actually want, and then try to come up with a solution that will satisfy what you want. This is a very lengthy process, but I just want you to know very high level. As they say, they work directly with end users and no coding is required. You are not customizing. You can propose customizations, but you don't do any coding. So functional consultants, like to understand, are translators of D3 in the D365 world, who take what a business needs and configure the system to deliver without a single code. This is what they are. And this is one of the most accessible and in-demand role in the D365 space currently. I don't know what you need to do with this information, but that is the information. Going ahead, within these D3s, within these functional consultants, they are further broken down. Like you can specialize. You can either be a functional consultant, a Dynamics 365 finance and operations functional consultant. This is someone who understands all the modules, who works across, or you specialize. You specialize on finance, being a finance functional consultant in areas like general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, budgeting, costing, financial reporting, just to name a few. Or you either become a supply chain consultant who focuses on procurement, inventory management, warehousing, and other fulfillment processes. Or maybe you can become a human resource consultant that manage employee records, payroll configuration, leave management, and work planning. There are still other areas like projects and operations to kind of define the budget, lead teams, manage timelines, and all that. This is, you can now decide and specialize. Just like me, I am a finance functional consultant. So you decide where you want to go to, either supply chain, finance, or human resource. But there is a tip for you. Supply chain and finance are very high in demand. This is based on my experience. Moving ahead, to like make it very simple, you have to understand that functional consultants bridge the gap between the business and the system. There are found midway between the business and the system. So they are working with the business, understanding the business, and then performing the actions required by the business in the system. That is what you should understand. Looking at business analysts, who are these business analysts? I know business analysts, most people see this role is a generic role that everyone just understands. But in the D365, you come across D365 finance business analyst who gathers only requiring finance requirements from the business, talk to stakeholders across department, document processes. That is a finance business analyst in the D365, someone that understands the system. Supply chain, the same. Gather requirements, talk to stakeholders, document processes. Human resource, the same thing. Project management, no. For project management, you don't have business analysts because this is part of change management, which is still moving to that area, business analysts. So, to understand or to make it quite really easy, business analysts understand the problem before anyone touches the system. So they are the ones that come to you and understand to gather requirements. But functional consultants do as well. So now, what is my advice or like the ideal entry point where I would tell you, as someone that is watching me, what can I advise? The ideal place where you can start from is from the business, being a business analyst. This appears to be one of the easiest entry point into the D365 space because you'll be interacting with gathering requirements, understanding the system, talking to stakeholders. You don't require deep technical knowledge at this level. So this is more of like an advisable way through which you can get into D365, and many professionals begin their journey from here. Some start as support consultants. You can move from here to being a support consultant where you mostly manage tickets. That is a little bit technical, and then from there you progress to being a D365. So the career progression for you is start as a business analyst, learn the D365 models, move into functional consulting. From there you can move to any level. Then the next part is technical consultants. Who are these technical consultants? These technical consultants understand, or they are mostly referred as developers in the D365 space. Why functional consultants are configure, technical consultants write code, customize features, and integrate. They write codes like in area where there is maybe the platform, they understand the native language, which is X plus, just like Python. They understand it very well and they can write codes that changes stuffs within the system or art within the system, like developing bespoke features which are not standard. Bespoke is just more of customization, customizing new features that are not out of the box, the ones that are not provided by Microsoft, and then integrating with other external system using APIs or data and third party. That is who technical consultants are. You can join, you can start from functional and move to this level. Some people do, some decide to be functional consultants. Then, who are project managers? In the D365 space, we do have project managers, particularly when there is an implementation, and their role is to ensure that everything is delivered on time, within budget, and within the scope. So they manage these timelines, manage the budget, and coordinate the teams to make sure that everything is moving. They come in mostly during implementation or enhancements. Then, moving ahead now, we have solution architects. And who are these solution architects? This is more of like a more senior role into D365 project that is responsible for designing the entire end-to-end solution. Like if you have to implement Dynamics 365, these are the people. They are believed to be people that have existed in the system, that understand mostly the technical side and the functional side. So they come up with solution design documents, follow up. This solution design document will entail all the integrations, all the customizations that are involved, just everything to come up with an entire end-to-end solution. So you have number one, solution architect, project managers, technical consultant, functional consultant, and business analyst in that regard. And like the way the pillar is like a Maslow hierarchic theory of need, but that is how the pillar is. Uh, you start from the bottom up, functional as business analyst, BA, functional, technical, project managers, and that is how salaries are changing as you move ahead. So, just for your context, architects combine deep functional knowledge, technical understanding, and leadership. Typically, building over they have been here over a very long period. Like they have been in the system, they understand the system very well. So that is who they are. Now, here is a pictorial view of how the roles work together. Business analysts work with solution architects, functional consultants work with solution architect, managers work with solution architects. So they are like a central point, especially during re-implementation. They are a central point. Let's forge ahead. So now, which part is right for you? How do you move? Which part is actually the right part for you? Most of the time, your background and strengths will guide you from your starting point. What do I mean by this? If you're someone that has maybe IT background, you can maybe start from being a go towards, or someone that understands uh, coding, you can go through the developer route. If you are someone that understands business processes, you can start from someone with a business background, you can start as a business analyst or functional consultant. And if you are someone who is still like the same business background, you can get into project management background or management background. You can then step into being a project manager. But moving to project manager, you must start from understanding the system. You must have been a functional consultant. Good project managers within the system, within Dynamics 365, are the ones that have been functional consultants who understand all the system and all the business processes before you can be a very good project manager. So that is the right path for you, according to me, according to my experience. But now, aside from this, I'm someone that normally says certifications actually will not give you the job, which is true, but they will make you attractive to recruiters. What do I mean by this? In the IT world or in the D365 world, it's more of a practical world. So if you understand the system very well, um, maybe going through boot camps or whatever way to understand the system, it will be better for you. The exams are tailored in such a way that support people that already understand the system. So don't go and get the exams before or pass the exam. It's associate level, which means it's for more experienced people. So don't go and get the exams and then before you're kind of writing or coming to get into. Some people go through that way, but they find it very difficult. So if you can shadow someone or if you can get into a boot camp, that will be ideal for you. So what are the core certifications some certifications that you can take? MB 900, this is the fundamental. This one, Microsoft has just scrapped out this one. It's been duplicated. It's not more available, but it used to be for entry level, just describing fundamentals of ERP or Dynamics 365. MB 310, which is Functional Consultant Associate. This is core certification for finance consultants. MB 330 is core certification for supply chain. MB 500 is finance and operations developer, that is technical consultant. Now, I know this is a part that so many people are interested. Sorry, the salary is in USD. I meant to put it in pounds, but it's still the same. So in pounds particularly, this is what functional consultant, technical consultant, like on a basic this is based on experience. Someone with like for you to earn 85 upward, you should have between 4 years above experience and technical, just like the same solution architects based on experience as well. But you can earn up to this level and even above 200. Technical, you can still earn above that. That's why I've written plus. But these are the salaries and the skills are constantly listed among the top ERP competencies by employers. So understand the market, understand the rules. From here, you can know where you're going to. There are entry points and there is a direction through which you are going to. Most people will aim to solution architects. There are functional solution architects and there are technical solution architects. If you have any questions, the comment section is open for you. So how to get started? How do you start? From my perspective, choose a path. Is it functional? Is it technical? Is it BA? Get into a boot camp, do some practical lessons, and then get certified. If you can get a job before getting certified, there are a lot of people that are in the job without certifications. So if you can do that, because the certifications, especially MB310 and MB330, is meant for associate people that are already in the system or already working. So if you can get at that level, get certified, hands-on practice. This should be at the level of choosing your path, hands-on practice, and then apply for junior roles like starting as a business analyst, support consultant, and all that. From there, you can then move ahead. So that is your D365 career, and it starts now. Just know that every solution architect started from somewhere and their path is clear. The only step left is yours. Pick your path. Functional, business analyst, technical, project managers, get certifications or get into boot camps, get certifications, build your experience. D365 is not just a system, it's a career platform. The demand is real, honestly, it's very, very real. And the growth as well is real. The opportunities are very endless. So start off, build your career, and start now. Don't forget, you're a Dynamics guy. Bye bye.